A kick streamer is facing 20 years in a South Korean prison after filming himself harassing women, trashing businesses, and disrespecting war.
This American influencer wants to be famous, but now he's...
They say karma always collects. And for Johnny Somali, the bill has finally landed, bigger than anyone could have imagined. A South Korean court has hit the infamous American streamer with a jaw-dropping $10 million fine. That's not pocket change. That's the kind of figure that could bankrupt a lifetime of OnlyFans stars combined. It's more than just financial ruin. It's a wrecking ball to his entire existence. $10 million. Not a typo, not an exaggeration. This isn't just a punishment. It's a full stop to the circus he's been running. And this time, the spotlight isn't for content. It's for consequences. Let's not kid ourselves. This isn't some random twist of fate. Johnny Somali, born Ramzi Khaled Ismail, spent years running a global roadshow of disrespect. Country after country, he chased outrage like it was currency, collecting bans the way others collect stamps. He treated the world like his personal stage for chaos, mocking, taunting, and stomping on boundaries he believed never applied to him. In Japan, he jeered at commuters with Hiroshima and Nagasaki jokes. In Korea, he mocked memorials of wartime suffering. He even filmed himself dumping noodles on shop counters and cursing out clerks. And through it all, he flaunted that red MAGA cap like it was some kind of armor against basic human decency. But the circus is over. The empire of chaos has crumbled, and this ending isn't cushioned. It's a hard crash. Now he's staring down what feels less like a sentence and more like a loaded gun with a note taped on. Pay up or rot in a South Korean prison. The deal is simple: $10 million or a cold gray cell. And anyone with basic math skills knows that money isn't coming. Somali's streaming empire crumbled months ago. Twitch? Gone. YouTube? Banned. Even the shady knockoff platforms want nothing to do with him. Every tick of the clock drags him closer to iron bars. The prosecutors, led by a veteran with a 90% win rate, aren't here to play nice. Legal experts are blunt. A punishment this severe is overdue. And that's before the next wave of charges even lands. Sure, Ismail can rant on Rumble or whatever bottom-tier site still tolerates him, but unless he's secretly looting Fort Knox, there's no way he pays that fine. South Korea isn't a place where pleading broke earns you pity. It's years, maybe life, behind bars. This isn't America where lawyers spin sob stories for sympathy. These judges don't care about clicks or clout. They care about order, and one missed payment means the end of Johnny Somali, the final cautionary tale for every wannabe content outlaw who thinks East Asia is just a backdrop for viral stunts. What's crazy is how long Johnny Somali managed to drift above consequences, strutting through airports, turning apology videos into throwaway Instagram clips, and even mocking his captors from the back of a police car. To his American followers, he bragged he'd never face real punishment because, in his words, "I'm an American citizen." He swaggered into court late, over an hour past schedule, wearing that same infamous red cap, still bleary-eyed from a night of partying. He looked like someone who believed his own hype, convinced his follower count made him untouchable. But reality doesn't bend to ego. The Korean public had already declared war on him. Online mobs and even physical mobs demanded he be cut down to size. Social media spun with talk of a bounty on his head. Things got so out of hand that South Korea's National Assembly had to debate how to keep foreign pranksters from turning Seoul into the world's biggest unsupervised frat house. And just when you think Johnny Somali's story maxed out on chaos, the plot swerves from cautionary tale into pure fever dream. The charges were already stacking, from obstruction and petty crimes to propaganda violations and lewd content involving minors. But now whispers suggest something far more sinister. Behind closed doors, Korean investigators are reportedly probing Somali's ties to AI deepfakes, not as a gimmick, but as a weapon. Rumors claim he used fabricated explicit videos to intimidate, silence, or even blackmail potential whistleblowers. One case in particular stands out. A female Korean streamer allegedly targeted in AI-generated footage, with Somali's fingerprints all over the operation. If prosecutors prove it, that alone could add 7 years to his sentence. This isn't just prankster nonsense anymore. It hints at a full-blown digital extortion racket. For a guy who can't keep a livestream running, Somali somehow keeps finding himself painted as a bargain bin Bond villain. Meanwhile, the rap sheet keeps expanding. Obstruction, harassment, lewd acts, propaganda, digital exploitation. Parents of victims, like one tied to the Lahi World case, are demanding maximum punishment after his vile text-to-speech donations crossed every imaginable line. The deep-fake allegations shift the narrative entirely. We're no longer talking about stunts or culture clash. We're talking about real victims, civil lawsuits waiting to detonate, and a legal war that could drag on for years. Every time it looks like the curtain's about to fall, Johnny Somali flashes a grin at the camera and shrugs it off. Is that confidence? Delusion? Or is something darker simmering beneath the surface? That's where the rumors twist into full-blown conspiracy. Some argue Somali's arrogance isn't just American bravado or streamer narcissism, it's protection. They whisper about hidden backing, quiet interventions, strings being pulled where no one can see. Why else does he cling to his US passport, name-drop consular officials, and stroll into court like he's expecting applause instead of a sentence? Legal analysts insist the State Department isn't riding in to save him, but skeptics wonder, could there be another channel at play? A backroom deal? A shadow campaign? Maybe even a government hand nudging the chaos forward for reasons still buried? This isn't just about a loudmouth streamer finally paying for his stunts anymore. What we're looking at now feels bigger, dangerously bigger. An American citizen accused of turning cutting-edge tech into a weapon, leaving behind a trail of cultural insults, public confrontations, and even digital blackmail, all while hinting that someone powerful might be shielding him. So who is Johnny Somali, really? Just a clown chasing clicks? Or a pawn in a much darker game being played across borders, hidden screens, and courtrooms we'll never see? The truth may not come from him at all. The next move belongs to forces far beyond his control, and maybe far beyond ours. As the Johnny Somali saga unravels in real time, the shockwaves are rattling the entire streaming world. This isn't just the downfall of one provocateur, it's a front-row seat to the hidden costs of a toxic new trend. The rise of nuisance streamers. Every reckless broadcast left scars that went far beyond views or clicks. Businesses locked their doors. Employees walked off the job in disgust. Entire neighborhoods were dragged into the spotlight, reduced to punchlines, or worse, collateral damage. What once passed as content now stands as a case study in how online stunts can warp real communities. In Seoul, the evidence was everywhere. Tired subway riders bombarded with blaring propaganda music. Convenience stores turned into battlegrounds over instant noodles. Sacred memorials mocked for strangers' amusement. It forces the question, how much real-world harm does a viral prank need to cause before the world finally says enough? South Korea seems determined to answer that with force. Their crackdown on Somali isn't just about punishing one man. It's about drawing a line in the sand for anyone profiting off humiliation and chaos. Even Parliament is weighing in, debating new laws and harsher penalties designed to shut down this entire genre of digital spectacle. As one attorney put it bluntly, we're witnessing the birth of a new precedent.
Somali is frequently getting arrested in foreign countries for his on-stream behavior, but they always let him go. With the amount of sentences this guy's avoided,